As you all know, my name is Matthew Adekola, and today I want to share with you my own personal journey and how I was able to channel my path towards financial independence. I think I am right to say that I represent a generation that does not like stress. Right? I represent a generation that likes instant gratification. I mean, we want to see the result of the work we are putting in. Nobody likes stress. You know, we just want to live a short life, enjoy good things of life, travel around the world, and live a luxury lifestyle. Nobody likes to suffer. Or is there anybody here that likes stress? I assume so. Reflecting on my own journey, while I was growing up, I've always wanted to be an adult. I always look forward to being an adult because I felt that by then I'm going to be financially independent, spend my money the way I like, live the good life and enjoy every other thing that comes with it. Little did I know that adulthood now what? Scam. So as I was growing, adulthood came in for me with an unexpected circumstances. Adulthood knocked at my door with the loss of my parents. I lost my mom while I was 12 and my dad while I was 17. This incident caused a major setback for me because at that point it affected my education, and on the flip side, it shaped me to be the kind of person I am today. At the age of 14, I started looking for a job because there was no support from anywhere and I wanted to make it in life. So I started struggling. So let me give you a background story of how it affected my education. After my mom passed, my dad could not afford my private education. So the school I attended at the time decided to place me on scholarship. So I was enjoying the ride until my dad came back home one day and said to me, Matthew, there's this friend of mine that has promised to take you to his daughter's school and also pay for your WAEC exam. I was excited about it because I found out that his daughters were attending one of the best schools in Lagos. So I was so excited and I was ready. Imagine, I already dreamt of how I'm going to beat the best students in that class from day one. So my dad took me to my principal and told her about the idea. But this person has been training me since when I was in SS1, so she did not give in to the idea. So he took my so-called helper, that is my dad's friend, that promised to take me out of the school, to take me to my own school and change it for my principal. He told her, I am this, I am that, and I want to move this boy out of this school and there's nothing you can do about it. And she decided to let me go. Shebi, now I've left my school, Abi. Let me now go to my so-called new school, one of the best schools in Lagos. So this man gave us a date and said, you know what, come so date, I've done I paid for everything, all you just have to do is let's go for registration. So, a sharp boy that I am, and very innocent, I have just 2 clothes at the time, I ironed the life of that shirt. I was ready, I was pumped up. I got to his house as early as 7 o'clock. And as I got to the gate, I told him, sir, I'm around. And he told me, okay, wait. So I waited there from 7 o'clock till 12 o'clock, waiting for this man to come out and take me to my new school. So eventually he came out and he said to me, you know what, Matthew, come back in 2 days' time. Something happened, come back in 2 days' time. In 2 days' time, I did the same thing. I ironed my clothes. I was ready. So I went back there and I waited for hours. And he came back again and told me, Matthew, you know what? Come back again in 2 days' time. So I started resuming at the man's gate like gate man that nobody sent me. And it happened for months. I could not go back to my so-called secondary school because the man already changed it for my principal, and now my dad could not afford to take me back to a new school. So I officially became a dropout at SS3. So at that point, I had 1,001 reasons to blame everyone for this situation. But you know what I did? I stood up for myself and realized that I am responsible for my future. I took up the challenge because one of the things my mom taught us is that we should never put our future in the hand of any man. So I stood up for myself and I created a plan. I decided to go out to look for a job and sponsor myself throughout my education. That was the plan. Amidst all of these challenges, I was able to learn key insights that contributed to my factor to becoming financially independent. And one of them that I'm going to share with you today is that you are responsible for your financial success. You are responsible for your financial success. So let me go back to my story. So I started looking for a job. I was ready. At the time, I learned desktop publishing. So I was a very good computer operator. So I started looking for a job. I remembered one of the job interviews I went for. As soon as I stepped in, please show that picture. Look at me. As soon as I stepped in, the lady looked at me and said, "We'll get back to you." I'm like, I have sense, so you have not even heard me out. As soon as I stepped out of that boardroom, I heard them laughing, like I had it. But then, I did not allow that situation to pull my back to the ground. Yes. I kept on moving until I was able to get a job and save for my WAEC fee, and I was able to do my WAEC successfully. Now, back to the point. You are responsible for your financial success. Let's face it, the society is not designed to make you successful. You are what you make out of it. You are. So after my WAEC, the next plan for me is to go to a higher institution. But then, I did not tell you I was from a family of 4. So I also had responsibilities. Because I became an adult, right? And I have 3 other people under me to take care of. At the same time, I also want to go to school. So I started on that journey. I started pushing hard. I started working, till I was able to find a balance for myself. You are responsible for your financial success. Nobody else is. Nobody else. You can't even blame the government. You can't. You can't blame your parents. Neither can you blame your school. So it is high time that we stand up for ourselves and take charge of our own life. So that was what I did. So now that I was ready to go to a higher institution, I knew that I could not go to a physical college like you all did, because I also had responsibilities. So I created a plan. I started looking for international universities that offers online mode of study so that I can study and at the same time work. After several months of applying, Atlantic International University gave me a scholarship. Mind you, that scholarship was a partial scholarship. It was not even a full scholarship. But then I took the opportunity, right? I took the opportunity and I started creating a plan for myself, and I started working towards saving at the same time, studying at the same time, taking care of my family. One of the points I mentioned is that you are responsible for your financial success. Now is the time for you to take charge. now is the time for you to equip yourself and start learning even while you are in school. So I equipped myself with both soft and hard skills that made me make more money at the time. So I did not back down. I kept on going. I kept on going, even when all the situations around me told me that I cannot make it. But yet, I kept on pushing. I kept on pushing. I kept on pushing. I kept on pushing. After all of this, today, I can tell you that I'm a founder of 2 major startups in Nigeria. At the same time, I work as a lead brand and corporate communication for one of the foremost real estate companies in Africa. Thank you. The second key factor that contributed to me achieving financial independence is, next slide please, I created a financial goal for myself. As soon as I started working, I knew where I was going to. I knew what I wanted to achieve. So I kept on pushing. I created a financial goal for myself because I have some dollars to pay for my tuition fee. At the same time, I had other responsibilities to take care of my siblings. And at the same time, I also want to live a good life for myself. So I created a financial goal. All of these things I listed wouldn't have been possible if I did not create a financial goal for myself. So I started with creating shorter plans, shorter financial goals, and I watched myself tick them, and as I tick them, I built my way to the top. I started building my way to the top from there. So my advice to you today is to create a financial goal for yourself, even while you are in school. Even while you are in school. It can start with the little things that you have. Create a plan for yourself. Create a financial goal for yourself. And with that, with this system in place in my life, I was able to work towards achieving my own personal goal. Now, the third contributing factor to me achieving financial independence in my career is that I started early. I started early. As soon as I started working, I was making money. Yeah? And I realized that I was not very good with managing my own finances. So what did I do? I started learning about money management, savings culture, and investment. I bought my first land while I was 20. And today, that land is worth 10 times the amount I bought it. That is, I invested in real estate. Gone are the days where real estate are designed for the rich men. But now, real estate has become accessible to everyone, irrespective of your age or gender. There are tons and thousands of financial investment platforms out there, right, that you can leverage on now. And also, there are companies that are now creating products for young ones to be able to have access to real estate investment. And that one decision helped my life. And it shaped me, to be able to achieve financial independence. So I started very early. And that helped me a lot. A lot. Do you know that with as low as 1,000 naira daily or 500 naira, you also can become a landlord? All thanks to companies like Jomav, the brand that I represent. So as time goes on, I began to understand the benefits and the importance, of managing my money, of savings and investment culture. And this has really helped me to be the kind of person I am today. I want you to know something, that attaining financial independence is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It also involves your time, efforts, and mindset. It also involves your dedication. It also involves your dedication. So your financial success is your responsibility. And the time to start working on that is now. The time to start investing in your future is now. The time to start building yourself is now, because that is one of the greatest ways to become financially independent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My name is Matthew Adekola.